My name is the Dashing Trader. And I woke up and I got so much done. I was just so motivated, and I said, you know what? Why not go out and make some money? No tip, no trip. Why is it relevant? What is it? Well, let's talk about it. What's up, guys? I'm the Dashing Trader, and here on Mr.BetonYou, we're gonna talk about a few things today. I want to first say thanks to Mr.BetonYou for having me on. We're gonna have a small discussion about no tip, no trip, and also betting on you and what that means to me. No tip, no trip been around for a very, very long time. No tip, no trip essentially means that if there isn't on any given order before delivery, then the delivery driver may refuse their order because it may not seem like it's worth their time. I know a lot of people do tip in cash, but it's not really frequent when it comes to food delivery. No tip, no trip, I believe, is really relevant right now for a number of reasons. The first two reasons why no tip, no trip is relevant right now in 2023, well, we got a lot of videos that's been going viral, a lot of news publicity. Just the phrase no tip, no trip has been circulating, and it's really gaining some traction right now. And why is, well, it's because it's really hitting home for drivers at this current moment, more so than the past. No tip, no trip has really gained the attention of newer drivers, where in the past, it was really more focused towards the drivers who were considered veteran driver or more experienced drivers with a couple more years. Now, no tip, no trip is really starting to become more appealing to these new drivers who really didn't understand that this was a thing in the past. This is causing it to be more relevant right now, and that's also in turn causing some things to happen in the driver community. Look, no tip, no trip. Look, I can go on and on all day about no tip, no trip, but the simple fact is, if it's not a tip on the order before it is sent out, it's probably gonna be declined because drivers make most of their money on tip. But here's the thing, though, it's some good things about no tip, no trip that's positive, but it's also some bad things. You know, no tip, no trip does help a lot of drivers. It puts money in the driver's pockets by them being aware that, hey, most of your money gonna come from tips. You can decline, you know, with most delivery apps, you can decline orders. But on the flip side, no tip, no trip can negatively impact the gig economy. And I'm, you know, to blame for this myself a little bit, but constantly bashing the customer and saying no tip, I'm not gonna do this. Two negatives don't equal something positive, right? So no tip, no trip can be great for the drivers, but I think moving forward, we should think about something more positive, right? And I think betting on yourself, bet on you, is something that's way more positive, because look, at the end of the day, no tip, no trip is only a small segment of the gig economy and how you make your money. And if you focus more on betting on yourself, right, bet on you, that in the long run is gonna benefit you way more. And bet on you, you say, what does that mean? Well, to me, bet on you, what does that mean? You know, waking up every day, achieving your goals, setting goals, attainable goals, and trying to achieve them. You know, getting up every day, putting one foot after the other. If you fall down, getting back up. You know, providing for your family, reaching your goals, setting them, whatever that may be. But my thing is, I use the gig apps as a stepping stone to get to something greater. That's what I believe, and that's what I believe no tip, no trip should turn into and be something better for a positive for the gig community. No tip, no trip is relevant right now in 2023 because it's so easy to complain, right? It's so easy for somebody to say, yeah, I agree with no tip, no trip. But here's the thing, though, it's harder for you to actually bet on yourself. For you to work hard and go out and do that, it takes a little bit of effort to do that. So I challenge you. How about you, instead of saying no tip, no trip for the rest of the year, how about we say, I'm gonna bet on myself, and I'm gonna actively take steps to get to my goals and achieve those goals by the end of the year. Let's start chanting that instead of no tip, no trip, and we probably get to where we want to go. Betting on you, taking steps to achieve your goals, not complaining, not looking for a pacifier, and making it happen and taking care of your responsibilities. So for me, I told myself last year in 2022, look, I want to be responsible for my own future. Betting on myself, I was able to quit my W-2 job, use the gig economy to pay my bills, and start my own business, which is my YouTube channel and my day trading career. What are you gonna do in this year to bet on yourself? Are you gonna keep hollering no tip, no trip? Two negatives never made a positive. Or are you gonna turn that into a positive and bet on yourself? In my opinion, if you bet on yourself, you're setting yourself up to win in the future. You know, for me, it was, you know, gaining the freedom of being able to enjoy my family, experience life, still hit my monetary goals and my financial goals that I set for myself, but gaining more freedom and having the time to spend with my family and the time to pursue those goals. Using the gig economy, I was able to bet on myself, and I will continue to bet on myself by learning and growing through the gig economy and through the YouTube community. So that's one way I'm going to be betting on myself, partnering with different people, learning new things, maybe sharing some ideas and some thoughts. These are all different ways that you can bet on yourself. And these are things that I'm going to be doing in the future specifically to make sure that I guarantee my success, because I'm the only one that's responsible for my success. And I would challenge you to, let me know in the comments below. What are you going to do this year or this month or even today, this week? What are you going to do to bet on yourself? What steps are you going to take to better your future? What stepping stones are you going to go ahead and start pillaring over so you can go ahead and meet those goals that you want to attain? Because here's the thing. It all starts by one day at a time, one step at a time, and we got to put one foot in front of the other. So if you agree with what I'm saying, let me know in the comments below. Or if you disagree, that's fine too. All opinions are welcome. It's important to remember that incremental increases in progression is great. If you can increase by 1%, 0.5% every day, because you don't have to master everything in one day. You don't have to be an expert in every single field at the beginning, right? But if you put the time in and you take one step at a time, one day at a time, you learn one new thing, and you make sure that you learn it from all your experiences, you can gain 1% knowledge every single day in whatever field you decide to do that in. And that's another way that you can bet on yourself, actively increasing your knowledge threshold for whatever desired field that may be. You can bet on yourself, and you can actually track your progression for a year. I want to bet on myself by taking a course that's going to increase my knowledge. Week 1, week 2, week 3, etc. Oh, you want to start a business? Well, here's the thing that you can do 1, 2, 3, 4 to get you closer to that opening day of your business. Bet on you, set goals one day at a time. That's what we're about on this channel. I appreciate Mr. BetonYou for having me on, and we will see you in the next one. My name is the Dashing Trader,